In a little over 24 hours after the country's latest mass shooting, friends and family from Kentucky to here in the mid-state are still in shock and trying to come to grips with such senseless violence. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy continuing our team coverage right now. He's live at Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky, about 90 miles north of Clarksville near Land Between the Lakes. And Dan, you say the shooter could be charged any hour now?
Yeah, Amy, we expect that 15-year-old shooter to be charged within the next 48 hours with 2 counts of murder and multiple counts of attempted murder. Here at Marshall County High School, it's rather quiet. School, of course, not in session today, and it's still considered a crime scene as multiple agencies, including the FBI, are looking into what fueled his rampage. And meanwhile, folks in this tight-knit community begin this healing process. It was this time yesterday when Marshall County was in utter chaos. A student opened fire here just before classes began, shooting 16 fellow students, killing 15-year-olds Bailey Nicole Holt and Preston Ryan Cope. By the dozen, students bolted from the building and raced for dear life, many dropping their backpacks and leaving their cell phones behind. Of course, that made it hard for parents to try and get in touch with them. We spoke with a supervisor at a McDonald's about a mile down the street who says a lot of the students ran to that restaurant for safety.
When I rolled onto the scene, I saw kids, all huddled up on the parking lot. I didn't know the severity of it, and just throughout the day, the number of people that had been impacted kept rising, and the tensions inside the store and on the street right here were getting higher. It was a very dark day.
A dark day, but they are hoping for brighter days ahead as the healing process begins. McDonald's, just one of many businesses in Benton, lowering their flags to half staff today. Supervisor Conrad Love says he employs many Marshall County high schoolers and their parents at that restaurant. He learned last night that all his employees are safe and accounted for. There's still 5 students being treated at Vanderbilt Medical Center after being life flighted there yesterday for treatment. 4 of them are listed in critical condition, but Amy, all expected to survive. Reporting live in Benton, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
At least there is some good news, Dan. Thank you. Communities and schools in the entire area of Marshall County and beyond are supporting their friends and neighbors. In Cadiz, that's Trigg County, basketball players wore Marshall's colors last night. And here in Tennessee, Mount Juliet police tweeted this photo of their headquarters lit up in orange and blue. Of course, those are Marshall's colors, sharing their prayers with the victims, first responders, and their school. And if you're new to our area, you may not realize we have our own Eiffel Tower just up the road a bit from Nashville in Paris, Tennessee. It is also lit up in orange and blue. We want everyone in the Marshall County area and all our friends in Kentucky to know that we are praying for them as they continue to cope with the shock and the grief. And be sure to stay with News Channel 5 for continuing coverage of this tragedy as the investigation into a motive continues and the ones who survived continue to fight for their lives. We will have up-to-the-minute information for you around the clock. Download our app and know that we will share the latest details on air and online on social media. Another story that we have been following all morning as our breaking news. We are learning more about the killing of a 15-year-old boy last night in Madison. Metro Police tell us Maplewood High School student Thomas Howard did not survive. Investigators want you to take a good look. They have identified this teenager as his killer, 16-year-old Kayvon Mayberry. We're told Mayberry, the shooter, was last enrolled at Bass Alternative High School but has not attended class since November. If you see him or you know where he is, give police a call. And we have an update on that killing in Antioch. Police also identified 2 people who shot and killed each other in a fast food parking lot. Happened at the Burger King off Murfreesboro Road last night. Police tell us Marcus Lee and Ronnie Tunstill shot each other inside a car after a drug deal and attempted robbery. That road was shut down for a short time while police secured the scene. It is back open this morning. And finally, I've been there. You've been there, and you probably just hauled a bunch of stuff out of there for Christmas presents last month. But Toys R Us just announced this morning it is going to close 2 stores in Tennessee. We're talking about the Nolensville Road store and a Memphis location. In all, 182 will close across the country because of bankruptcy proceedings. And I'm losing my voice, so it's a good time, Leland, to send it back to you. Sorry about that. I need a drink of water.